Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. It is Wednesday. Yes, I still wear a mask around the office. We just recently had a COVID issue here, so I just keep wearing my mask and keep wearing it. Hey casual viewers, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. So until I can figure out my NAT issue with the Switch, because Xbox works fine with default settings. And wow, that's let's see if that keeps happening. That's a new one. I didn't see if that was a graphical glitch on the Switch end or if that was on my end, but that was weird.
Nice there.
So, I am working eventually to get it so I can actually play online. But I have to do it in the parameters of, I'm in a work environment, and I'm the IT manager, so I have to make sure that I don't, oh, I gotta close my blind. So I have a window on my door. I have a little screen shade I put down so I don't disturb people while I'm playing at lunch. So but it's been good. I can't complain. I've had a good week. I was off on Monday. I went and got my 4th vaccination, so I got to take a sick day, paid sick day from the state, no less, because they let us take time off. Ooh, that was too much curve for COVID shots, so that's always nice. But I'm still kind of feeling out my spot. I noticed the second arrow now is where I kind of am at for my curve shots, as long as I don't overspin the ball. But as you can see, I'm still sparing out more than I'm striking.
Nice man.
But hopefully the stream looks a little cleaner, a little less choppy. Oh, that's ugly. Is that a 7-9? Oh, 6-7. That'll work. Nope, that won't though. That will not do it. That one went the exact opposite way. So the collapse begins.
Spare.
So what else, casual viewers? What's happening? I'm obviously at work today. I'm going to be having some lunch here in a second while we play. Always the right pins. Always the 10 pin. It's just killing me.
Spare.
That 10 pin is just devastating me. Every time. Alright, finally. Put a little oomph behind it. Well, hey, if you're I'll tell you this much: if you have an engineering degree or or if you've done some project management, you know we're looking for people. Ah, so 8:30 a.m. p.m. See. All right. Well, if you're 8:30, I'm gonna say probably Britain, somewhere in the UK. I guess it could be south of England, but that's middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so. Fun fact, I actually spent 4 years in England. Yeah, my dad and my family were stationed at Lakenheath RAF Lakenheath, technically. I always want to call it Air Force Base, but technically it's Royal Air Force, RAF. Closest city, I guess, would have been like Ipswich, out that way. In English, all right. But, whoops. I spent a lot of time in London. Sadly, I was a sick child. So, most of my time in London was spent at Great Ormond Street, which is the orphanage hospital in downtown London, near Russell Square, kind of. Okay. Hey. I don't want to be insulting. Part of the United Kingdom, definitely not British. Or, shouldn't say definitely not English. I know that's a big thing. When I was a kid, when we were there, actually I did go to Scotland once. But, I mean, it was just to Glasgow. So I think we stayed there for a day. It was because my grandparents wanted to go up north, see Stonehenge and all that stuff, so we kind of made a tour of northern England and into Scotland. No, you know, there's a country pride there, and I know there's a bit of a fight for independence now and talk about it, so I know it's a big thing. I want to be nothing if supportive. Politics in the Commonwealth are very complicated. That much I have learned over the years. Oh, look at that kicker at the end. See, it's all a matter of what happens with that 6 pin. If it comes into that, if it comes into the 10 pin or not. Oops. Bam. Well, I will be honest, I'm not a huge animal person. My wife is. We've owned cats pretty much the entire time I've been married. When I got married to my wife, she already had a cat.
Yes.
Just gonna say. But I tolerate cats. And the reason I tolerate cats, because well, that did not kick for me at all. Cats are independent. Dogs want way too much attention.
Spare.
They needlessly need attention. They needlessly crave it to the point of annoyance. Also, I always feel that dogs are a little more unpredictable than cats when it comes to violence. So, I told my wife I'm happy with cats. Number one, cats are independent. You put food out, you put a litter box out, you show them where it is once, they're good. Cats sleep on average of what? I think it's somewhere between 12 and 16 hours a day.
Great double.
So living that slug life, right? And so they, you know, number one, like I said, because they sleep so much, normally they're not going to be too much in your hair. Now, occasionally, I am American. I don't say a boot. I don't have one crazy state that speaks French like the Canadians. But we do love our Canadian neighbors to the north. They are America's hat after all. I kid. To any Canadians that are lurking, I kid. I love Canadians.
Nice spare.
But,
Finish.
oh, so,
New record.
like I said, they sleep a bunch. They always know where their bathroom is. They always know where their food is. And occasionally they'll come by and be like, hey, what's up? And I look back at the cat and I say, what's up with you? And that's it. So, you know, we kind of just keep to ourselves. We know, hey, you may not be happy with me. I may not be happy with you. But we'll get along in this house. But yeah, I mean, my son's always grown up with cats. And, you know, for him, I remember when he had to go through the first cat, you know, having to be put to sleep. I will be honest, if you're looking at thousands upon thousands of dollars of surgery, I don't have it. Not made of money. And GoFundMe didn't exist at that point. So that's not gonna do it. That's too much on the center. I needed it to come more to the left. But yeah, I remember my son, we had 2 cats. When he was born. They actually lived a long time. They lived most of his life. We had James Tiberius, named after one James T. Kirk. That's the T stands for Tiberius. I'm a bit of a Star Trek nerd. The other one was called Indy, short for Indiana Jones. Most of our, well, actually, all of our cats have been indoor cats. We don't let the cats out. That's a personal choice my wife has always had. She doesn't like to let the cats out. She likes to have indoor cats. I will say that we give them plenty of opportunity to have adventures. But when we first got married, she had a Maine Coon, which is a certain breed of cat that can be very temperamental. So did not get along with Indy when we first got her. She came from an adoption. We adopted her from a rescue. And then James Tiberius, we actually found stuck under a fence as a tiny little baby. All right, get over it, man.
Strike.
But so, you know, I've learned to adapt to having cats in the house. But yeah, my son went through a hard time when first Indy got real sick. I mean, let's put this in perspective. Indy was 17 years old, and when James Tiberius got sick, was 18 years old or 19. I think they were either 17, 18 or 18, 19. They were very old. Now, the funny thing is, when James Tiberius passed away, we had no animals in the house. Now, where we live in our apartment, we have to pay to have cats. And it's a $25 per cat. So we were finally like, oh man, no cat deposit. Next month, we're finally gonna be free and clear, gonna have a little extra money, you know. And I know $50 isn't a lot, but you're like, hey, you know, it's $50. It's a movie. 2 people can go to a movie, it seems like nowadays. As long as you don't get food. Oh my goodness, you see that? Look at that thing, just teasing me. Toying with me there on the corner. So,
Spare.
like I said, so we're talking about it, we're like, okay, you know, we're gonna take a break, maybe have a couple months where we don't have any cats, and you know, just kind of. Oh shoot, I am way off. I was gonna say, I was way too many marks over. I saw that at the last minute. I was like, oh no, I can't. That was me hitting my bookshelf behind me.
Hey, spare.
Yeah, our cats weren't like James Tiberius, or JT as my wife called him, because she never wanted to acknowledge the Tiberius part of it. They weren't too violent. The Gizmo, which was the Maine Coon, was kind of temperamental. Not violent, but definitely had particular tendencies about how, when, and why I wanted to be touched. So, put it in perspective,
Nice.
that cat almost took my wife's eye. We know that because my wife's contact ended up on that cat's claw once. So that was something. And all of a sudden my wife's like, oh, my contact isn't in my eye. And I was like, where's it at? And that's when we saw it was on the cat's claw. So
Finish.
it was hard for my son, my first cat, when it passed away, Indy. You know, because he never knew a time without that cat. That cat was there when he was born. Both those cats, Indy and James Tiberius, were there when he was born, and were there his entire life. So when the first one went down, it was very hard for him. Very hard. The second one, you know, he was a little more prepared. Like, we already knew that the cat was kind of sick. And him going through that first one kind of, I think, prepared him for what was coming. So.
Spare.
Oh, that's not good. See if we can turn it. Nope. I'm just happy I didn't gutter it. I got one out of there. So, now my wife would probably laugh hysterically at the fact that this conversation today has been completely skewed towards cats.
Spare.
Also, I have this cut on my tongue. Really sucks. And it's making me drool a lot, so if I sound like I'm kind of talking a little clinched sometimes, it's because I'm trying not to drool everywhere. Damn it. Damn. That was an interesting one.
Nice spare.
So, yeah. I'm not, like I said, I will be the first to admit I am not a super animal guy. I don't by any means hate animals. As I tell a lot of people, I'm mostly kind of indifferent to them. Oh, I needed it to come to the left. Hit the pin to the left. There we go.
Straight.
So, well, beyond casual viewer, beyond watching very mediocre bowling from yours truly, is there any other games you enjoy watching, playing, streaming? Normally my nighttime streams, when I'm streaming my normal streams,
Spare.
I play kind of the gamut. It's mostly, I will admit, Xbox stuff, although I did dabbled with PS5. I don't stream a ton of stuff from the Switch, although I do want to get back to Famicom Detective. I have both of those games. I started streaming the first one. I do want to get back to that at some point. I also want to finish streaming Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. Not a long way to go in that one, so. I did see the coolest story today, or actually a couple days ago. I got a survey actually on it too. With Atlas asking about games that they might want to bring to other platforms and stuff like that. And as much as I love my Vita, and I am a Vita guy, oh, too much to the left. I need that to be a little more to the right side of that pin to bounce into that one in the back. Oof, this is a bad round.
Nice straight.
Try to pull it out at the end. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm enjoying that game. I know it gets a lot of shit, and rightfully so. That game came out broken, real broken. As someone that bought it on launch day and loves the property, I've been a Cyberpunk guy, going back to the pen and paper box. I used to run a game with my friends. Oh, that went wrong. Okay, that happened.
Finish.
I used to run a Cyberpunk 2020 game. It actually, I think, started with Cyberpunk 2013. I got into it when they had their revision 2 and it was Cyberpunk 2020, which I enjoyed. I ran several campaigns as a DM for my friends. Oof, too much curve. Oh, with this cut on my tongue, eating is a challenge.
Strike. Great double.
There we go. And see, that's my problem. I have a problem mechanically staying in the window.
Spare. Strike.
There we go. Get a little refreshment, a little beverage. Something that's not water. Oh, that's bad. I knew that was coming too. I hit that center pin dead on. Oh, tried. Granted, I would have missed that front pin anyways. I would have only hit the 7. I would have missed the 4.
Nice.
There we go. I've been playing some Ghost of Tsushima. That's pretty good. Game looks amazing. I bought the PS5 upgrade. Man, that game is gorgeous. Not gonna lie, that game is really gorgeous. It is a game I love playing around with photo mode. Oh, it's a photo mode in Cyberpunk 2077 as well. I love all the different poses and stuff that you can work into it. The action and idle poses. So I just bought the DLC for Terminator Resistance. That's a game I just finished on stream not that long ago. That's a bit frustrating.
Impressive shot.
I'll take it. Got it, got it. Ooh, excuse me. That burp hit me right as I was rolling.
Spare.
But I can't, it's been good. Like I said, Wednesdays are normally my co-op night. We were trying to find a new game to play. We had some bad experiences last week with Dead by Daylight and just breaking our lobbies. So, let's try to see if we had a different game we could find and play. Normally we have to try to find something on Game Pass. So,
Finish.
We're gonna ride it out though. I mean, we like playing Dead by Daylight. That's the key word. Playing Dead by Daylight. A lot of times we don't get to play Dead by Daylight because the game breaks, the lobby breaks,
Strike.
something happens, and we're doing more futzing with the game than we are actually playing the game. It's very frustrating. Whew.
Double.
Good start. All right, let's see. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, I went to dream.
Nice spare.
But we made the spare. I'll take it. Damn.
Nice strike.
So I'm happy about that. Oof.
Great double.
Oh. Hey, it's rocking.
Spare.
Oh.
Spare.
Geometry is not my friend today. Oh. Damn it.
Spare.
Damn. Danced right around it.
Spare.
Whoa.
Nice spare.
Alright. Try to turn this one over.
Finish.
I wasn't gonna do it. I'll take it. I have to admit, I haven't played much of this online lately. Oof. Too much, too much, too much.
Spare.
That's acceptable though. Oof. Oh. Okay, I'll take that. I did not expect to get 9 pens out of that, but I will take it. Bank.
Nice spare.
You know, my biggest problem is, from a gaming standpoint, this actually wasn't a problem until I started streaming. When I buy a game, I get the idea I want to play it on stream. It's like, I want to play this on stream. Problem is, I only have so much time to stream. And I'm having to get to a point where I realize, bro, you're not gonna stream everything. Oh! Not enough of a shallow scoot. So, I'm starting to come to realizations like, look, man, just play. If the game gets on stream, it gets on stream. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because like otherwise, I'm gonna have purgatory hell, you know, purgatory backlog hell. You know, because there's always stuff coming out where it's like, oh man, I'd really like to play that.
Wonderful.
And I've tried to get better about buying games. I've tried to force myself to kind of hold off, wait. You know, be cool. You don't need this game, you don't need that game. Or you can wait for that game. Most of the times I've been successful. But not 100%. Last couple years I've been better about waiting until Black Friday. Pick up titles. Or convincing myself like, hey, wait till there's a sale. Then buy this movie or this game.
Spare.
I know there's some that say, hey, that's kind of a... You're not giving the developers all the props they deserve by waiting for a sale. My response to that is look, man. I spent $500 on a PlayStation 5. I spent $500 on Xbox Series X. I spent another $300 on an Xbox One S for my bedroom. I spent another $300 on an Xbox One S for my son as a present. So when I'm having to spend that kind of money on consoles, then subscription services to be online on said consoles,
Finish.
I might be waiting for discounts. That's just how it works. That's me voting with my consumer dollars. That's not to say that I hate it. And there are games that I'm gonna buy day one regardless. I bought Cyberpunk 2077 day one. Now granted, that's back when Gamers Club Unlocked was a thing at Best Buy and I got 20% off the pre-order. So saving $12 on the game was pretty cool.
Spare.
Now, I am probably going to break that rule because I've been trying to convince myself not to, but there's a new vampire game that's coming out, not Vampire Survivors. I know that's coming to Game Pass here at some point, so I'm not too worried about that. But, oh god, I can't think of it. It's like Vampire Soulstorm or something. It's an RPG. It's coming from, I think it's from Focus, or that design house at least. It's made by the people who made, of course I can't think of the game now. The Council, which was, sounds like this game is kind of using that same type of skill reward system for dialogue and puzzles and interactions. But it's set in Vampire Masquerade. So while we wait endlessly for Vampire Bloodlines 2 to come out some decade. And yes, as you can tell from my voice, I'm pretty damn bitter about that delay. Because something tells me that's a game that sounds like it went back to the damn drawing board. Which is very disappointing. It's kind of like, and I'll bring this one up and see if anyone remembers it. I do, because I was at the damn show and saw it. But Bethesda showed off their original concept for the sequel to Prey, which was called Prey, and it was fucking amazing. Like you were a marshal and you were in space, and I still have this trailer saved on my 360. It is an amazing trailer. I still want that game. I don't think we'll ever get it, but man, I want that game. That was the Prey I wanted. It looked amazing. Everything about that trailer was amazing. Oh my god. 4710 to myself again. Look at that. Back to back 4710s. But I so wanted that game to be a thing. And then Bethesda and Human Head Studios got into a big thing. And now, I'm not trying to say who was right or wrong in it. You know, maybe they weren't progressing like they were supposed to. Maybe they couldn't meet certain milestones. Hell, as cool as that game looked, maybe they couldn't make the tech work. I don't know. Now I know everybody raves about the Prey game that came out, which came later, and I've played some of it. I haven't played enough of it. I don't hate it. I was kind of indifferent to it. I just need to sit down and actually finish it.
Great shot.
I wanted that Prey game, and it's the same thing with Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Like everything they showed in that initial trailer, it's like I want that game. I love Vampire Bloodlines, the first one. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines is a classic.
Great.
It is a fucking classic. And
Finish.
I want that game. I want a sequel to that game. Well, we saved it at the end because it got ugly there. But I wanted that game. Severely wanted that game. It looked gorgeous. And I don't know. The writer, there was a bunch of, I think there were some allegations of some sexual stuff that weren't cool. But then it was put on, first it was delayed like 6 months or a year. Then now I think it's just on an indefinite delay. Which sucks, because I really want that game. I do. I think that game would be awesome. And maybe that game will someday come, but... Oof. I got lazy with that one and it could have gone bad. Oof, now we're gonna leave 2 pins on that side.
Nice there.
So, I really want that game. I hope it comes out. I hope it's a thing. It's a game that if you're like me, back in 2002, 2003, I think it was.
Nice try.
It was made with the Source engine, which made it amazing because it was made with the same engine as Half-Life 2. But it got delayed a year because of the hack at Valve. Also, it was incredibly buggy. Extraordinarily buggy when it came out. I ran into one of those said bugs when I first played the game. There was this bar you had to open, or bar you had to slide away to open a door. And this was like near the end of the game. Looking back at it, there was probably about an hour, maybe, of game after that, if that. And I couldn't move the bar. Bar had glitched. Would not allow me to open the door.
Strike.
I'm like 40, 50 hours into this game, 60 hours, something like that. I can't go back. So this is really bad. Well, it's not that I couldn't go back. I didn't want to go back. I was like, I spent a lot of time on this game. Now I was able to no-clip through the door and continue my progression, but... Man, yeah, it was bad. I was like, holy shit. I'm actually happy that the door wasn't a triggering sequence, because then it would have been like, even no-clipping would have done nothing. But thankfully it wasn't.
Spare.
And we were able to continue on. Fun fact, on another playthrough, didn't have that problem. So it was literally just a problem with that one time through. But that's a game devastating bug. And I shouldn't have had to resort to using a no-clip mode. Finish that, obviously.
Strike.
So. Oof. Too much.
Spare.
No. But I love that original game. It was so good. You had so many options, all the different clans that you could play as. It was crazy. I mean, it literally let you play as, I think, almost every clan, or at least a ton. I think like 7 to 9 of the clans that are available out of the 13.
Finish.
You could play as a Malkavian, as a Nosferatu, which made it very troubling because you were disfigured, so you had to use the sewers to get around. It also had some really cool mods that were out. I think I can get one more game out, and then we gotta end it. So I'm probably gonna have to skip some of the replays here because I'm gonna have to move like the wind if I'm gonna get this game done. Because people don't understand, I gotta clean up my office after I'm done with all my streaming gear in my lunch break. Oh, I thought that was the other way around. Yeah, I thought the other pin was in front. I thought that pin was in front. The other one was behind. My bad.
Ooh, strength.
So... Oops. That one was me.
Spare.
Through. But yeah. And there's games I'm excited about coming up too. Like, I'm really excited for another Mass Effect. Curious to see if the rumors are true about them somehow bringing Shepard back.
Nice spare.
I don't think that's the case, but it'd be cool. The fact that the trailer shows Liara and what looks to be, I can't think, the Angarans. He would be old enough to make that journey and not be in sleep. So, it makes me wonder if the Angarans came this way or if Liara went that way. It also makes me wonder if Liara was going back to let them know, like, hey, Milky Way survived. Possible. Not a good game to end on, but a lot of it's because I'm rushing. Fine.
Nice spare.
But,
Strength.
no makeup here. And we can pull off, I think I'm like a 171, I think it is right now.
Double.
That was lucky. Oof. 171 it will not be, but
Spare. Finish.
but it is a 180. That is totally acceptable. Oof, that is I don't know where that vibration's coming from. Oh, I do. It's the air conditioning. Turn up my noise gate a little bit. But thanks everybody came by, casual viewers. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad we had the discussion about cats. And the UK for that matter. I'm gonna go because I've got a weird vibration that doesn't want to go away, and I think it has to do with the air conditioning that's running in here. So with that, I'm gonna peace out, and I will say talk to y'all later. Bye now.